and they already exist in silicon, but they have like an A series chip or any other silicon that they have built in, right? Or they may be building combined audio plus power or whatever. So that will help them optimize both power, the power envelope as well as better than somebody else from outside, right? And so that could be definitely one of the motivations, is improve as you go to the generation. How can you get area efficiency inside of your product and still be able to have a high efficiency power? So that could, and so cost wise, I think it probably won't make a big difference if Apple does it themselves or Dialog does it, especially if Dialog is going to extremely preferred grade and work with them. But this is integration at that level is usually one of the motivations that when I've used, and we've done it quite a number of times, and that's how the industry has evolved over time in general, right? So, like, for example, graphic processing unit used to be a standalone unit for a long time, and smartphones forced it into be integrated with GPUs, and because of the power as form factor constraints. And as you evolve more and more, you pack in more and more. And so you have same happened to the audio, same happened to video, a lot of things that happen over time that way. So typically the mixed signal design, typically the modems and the PMIC, etc. The challenge usually is they come with an analog part of the design, and because of the analog part of the design, it's been hard to isolate. You don't want to have somebody outside designing your analog part and you designing the digital part inside, because it becomes a lot more inefficient doing that. So you want to have solutions where analog and digital are done together. So that's one of the reasons why either you do all internally or you source all internally, right? And from a standpoint of investment, PMIC was, if you look at the overall BOM cost of the overall product, PMIC will be like $3 or $4 compared to the overall $180, $200 BOM cost that you have on your designs. It's not something high on the list to optimize for. But what's happening recently is, if you look at it, the two biggest events is the form factors for now and for the future are going to be much more smaller and more smaller devices, right? So if you think about, say, smartwatches, or if you think about say an augmented reality glass or any of these, so what you're going to see is tighter amount of integration to get a device to have equivalent amount of performance, but very less real estate area to implement a lot of these things. Right, so which means that you need to innovate all the way top to bottom in the stack and keep it very tightly together. So that becomes sort of a string, right? So that is the second division. There's a small how to make that more.
Hello, you're breaking up here. Sorry. Satish?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, now we can hear you. You were breaking up, sorry.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. So there was a short-term, motivation for getting the smartphone to be more power efficient and have higher battery life to be competitive in the industry. That is because I think Samsung phones today definitely beat Apple in terms of battery life. And the battery consumption, right?
Okay.
And that is one, yeah.
Just to understand, so you're saying the reason why Apple is insourcing this is that they have to make progress technology-wise, and they can do that more efficiently when they have all the engineers in-house as opposed to having Dialog engineers designing it separately outsourced.
That is definitely true, correct, yeah. And Apple doesn't have the luxury of putting bigger and bigger batteries like the other because usually Apple devices are smaller than others, right? So.
Okay. In terms of what Dialog has said now in the recent past is that they, basically, I think a couple of weeks ago, so they were saying that yes, Apple can do it themselves now, and we are going to be only in 2 out of the 3 new iPhones that come out in the fall of 2018.